Hello and welcome back to my channel. We're doing things a little bit different this month with my Patreon requests. If you guys don't know, on Patreon, one of my tiers lets you request something each month, and it's been, difficult making a video for each one, especially as that tier has grown and grown. So I'm going to start condensing them and taking like requests and putting them into one large kind of mashup video. So this is my K-band video. So we're going to have a whole lot of K-bands in this, from ONEWE to, I think we have like a collaboration between N.Flying and FT.Island in one, and just kind of go down the list, and I'll put timestamps down there in the description for you guys. If you're interested on my Patreon, that is where you'll see live stages, album reactions, finishing up Kingdom. I got one more episode to go, so variety shows, we're watching Dreamcatcher Mind, things like that. That is all on Patreon, and there's actually a lot of live performances for K-bands that were requested, so there's going to be a similar video to this, looking at live performances. I know there's a couple from N.Flying and groups like that, so $3 will get you the live performances, so maybe consider doing that if you want to support me. I really appreciate it. First, we're going to be starting off with ONEWE. This is a request from Kit, who has requested Reminisce About All, which is their debut, so we're finally getting to that one. This one I know is a ballad. It is written by Younghoon, so I'm excited to hear it, man. I'm excited, because the comeback, from what I hear, is awesome from you guys. I haven't listened to the album yet. I think that the title track is awesome, so let's get to their debut. Reminisce About All. It just starts, man.
얘기할 수 있는 지금인데 어렸으니까 그땐 그랬으니까 무뎌지는 내 마음 네 마음 그래 다 한때
You know how bold it is to... Let me just change the audio a bit here, a little bit louder. You know how bold it is to debut with a ballad? I feel like that is a really risky choice. This video also is clearly super low budget. But it's giving you their pure talent. Unfiltered.
내 모습에 널 사랑해 아니 싫어해 내 맘은 그게 아니야 좀 그만해 결국 살아보니 다 줘 아픈 시간들도 다 줘 그래 왜 몰랐을까 왜 아팠을까 no
Really highlighting his vocal talent. Sungmyeong too, man, his voice is amazing.
어렸으니까 그땐 그랬으니까 I won't go back
Oh, I like that. I'm waiting for everyone to slowly come in together. Those strings?
펑펑 울던 그날 그 밤 그땐 눈물도 있었나 봐 돌아보며 그때 내게 바보라 말할 것 같아.
And this is considered the official MV. This just seems like a solid, well shot live performance. But when you're, I guess, really want to just show off a group's talents right at the forefront, you want to see, what they're capable of, as I said before, unfiltered, no distractions of an MV or what have you. This is certainly a good way to do it, and it's really showing off his vocal talent and his tact here, because he's not belting or anything. It's very soft. There we go.
얘기할 수 있는 지금인데 어렸으니까 그땐 그랬으니까
The lyrics are great, and he wrote this.
날 볼 수 있다면 그땐 싫어했던 날 널 볼 수 있다면
That's a clever shot. I like that.
돌아가게 된다면 널 또 만난다면
Oh my god, now he's showing off that range. Here it is. Wow. Oh my god. Their vocals are just such perfect compliments to each other. My god.
결국 살아보니 다 추억 아픈 시간들도 다 추억 그래 왜 몰랐을까 왜 아팠을까 No 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 no
I like that gradual soft ending. His expression too. Again, what a bold, risky choice to have a song like this be your debut. It is just the perfect highlight though for Younghoon's vocals. Not only that, but the fact that he writes, and this is written really well. I like the lyrics of this song, and it has in its performance a very intimate feel. So it works with obviously the lyricism that takes place in this song, but just the energy of the track. I love ballads that have that build, that really gradual build, and I thought that this halfway through was gonna stay in that lower kind of laid back range, but it does have a rise, and you get so much out of that when you're kind of sitting in that one spot for so long, and it just slowly begins to rise. And his vocals, he's so stable. He's definitely one of my favorite like vocalists in K-pop for sure, and Dongmyeon I feel like is just a great compliment to him. I love his tone so much, and I think that they complement each other really well on the track. So that's a solid debut. But again, as I said, it was risky. It has less than 1 million views. Yeah, on their ONEWE official channel, it has less than 900,000 views, which is pretty crazy and disappointing. But man, that is really disappointing. You know, clearly the songs they're releasing now are getting more views, so hopefully they start to pick up steam in that respect. But I really liked it. I enjoyed it, and I'm not someone, I like my ballads, but I think they're super hit and miss, especially the OSTs. Those largely miss it for me because they feel a little contrived, a little like we need to check the boxes, hit the points, make it feel a little faux emotional. But something like Reminisce About All felt very genuine, especially being written by the vocalist. It felt like it came from the heart, from experience. And those are the kind of ballads that definitely jive with me. So that one is a winner. And now we're going to be checking out some more ONEWE, and this is a B-side called Trauma. So from what I hear, this is kind of relating to Kia, correct? I believe he had some kind of I don't know if you want to call it near-death experience. I'm not really sure exactly if I can get to the request right now just to see. This is a request from Kat, by the way. Thank you so much. But yeah, it was almost drowning as a child in the ocean, and that he's not necessarily afraid of water, but is afraid to go back to places that remind him of the deep sea, like public aquariums. So you have it called Trauma and then aquarium in parentheses. So let's check it out. I don't think I've heard a ONEWE B-side yet, right? Correct? I don't think I have. Let's go. Okay, this has a very rock forward sound to it already. Even that filter on his voice. Ooh. Oh, I like that. Oh, that hits hard. I feel like I need this even louder.
이렇게 될 걸 알았지만 벌써 번진 트라우마 힘의 끝을 알지만 뻗어보는 마음 이 속에 잠겨 너에게 닿기까지가 조절이 안 돼.
Oh, there's a lot of desperation in their voice.
물속에 잠긴 너의 그 probably 뒤바뀐 사실 또 바다에 담긴 서글픈 자리 알 수 없게 뒤바뀐 있고 나 혼자 갇힌 아쿠아리움. 점차 우려되는 감추던 미움 어릴 적 자생을 돌린 아쿠아리움.
Oh, dude, I love the way that hits. Oh my god. Shit.
빠져나갈 수가 없는
They get a lot of emotion across in this song.
쏘이고 살갗이 뜯겨나게 하는 기분이 여기가 있을까 실수 이유 찾는 사람의 일부 실루엣 속 그건 이쁜 진주였을까 아픈 비수였을까 이중인 기억나 몸에 시퍼렇게
These lyrics also very good.
기억에 너를 원망해 왜 날 걱정해 너는 keep it stay 나는 계속 널 걸어안고 좋아 물속에 잠긴 너의 그 probably 뒤바뀐 사실 또 바다에 담긴 서글픈 자리에 알 수 없게 뒤바뀐 있고 나 혼자 갇힌 아쿠아리움. 점차 우려되는 감추던 미움 어릴 적 자생을 돌린
There's the slightest filter on their vocals there, I feel. Not too much that it takes away from it, because I typically don't like the auto-tunes. Ooh. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Oh. Dude, I mean, he's really impressive on guitar. God damn. It's this tone from Younghoon, this right here specifically is what I'm talking about. Like, he has that kind of vocal color that feels like I'm slowly ascending to heaven as I listen to him sing. And it's this kind of rising part right here that gives me that feeling. Like, the heavens are opening. Oh, delayed, I like it.
저 깊은 심해 속에 빠진 날 손을 꺼내 구원해서 이렇게 될 걸 알았지만 벌써 번진 트라우마.
I really like how Kia here with this song takes a very personal experience to himself and then expounds upon that to a way that anybody can relate to it, where it's being called trauma and then in parentheses aquarium. So he's taking that experience and you can then relate any bad experience, any trauma that you may have in your life and kind of mirror yourself to his experience here. So I like when things like that are derived from a very real place like it is here with him and then kind of left a little vague to allow us to interpret it in the way that we want. So then the music hits us in a very specific, real way. And I think it's perfectly done here. Again, I think their lyrics are really, really well done. And it's in that way that I just described that leaves it so well suited for the viewer to take it in any way they want to, but you still get that very genuine feeling that this comes from a real place. And clearly, obviously it does, because that is, you know, a true story. And you know, him describing wanting to be taken back before that day, and that there's kind of no escape from it, and that trauma always sticks with you, and you only have to kind of look for whatever solace you can to not erase that memory, but to learn to live with it. So damn, I think that might have been my first ONEWE B-side, and another winner, man. They're freaking good. They're real good, and I do really want to check out that new album that they drop, hopefully towards the end, like very end of the month or early in July. I can, once all the comeback craziness dies down and the Patreon requests are finished for the month. I would really like to check that out. Okay, now we're moving on to our next group. Okay, so our next video is a cover of Rose's On the Ground, and this is a cover by Gaho and Cave. Gaho being a solo artist, I believe, and Cave being his kind of undebuted band. So he is a solo artist currently and will be the frontman of this band Cave here when they eventually debut. This is a request from Jay Garris, one of our long-time K-Band fam members. Thank you so much for the request. And I'm excited to hear this because covers, always interesting to see how people take on their own version. And this does say live, Jay had said. There is some post-production, but largely you've got vocals that mirror this guy when he sings live. So let's go. Gaho with On the Ground and his band Cave. Ah, the infamous, not infamous, but famous rooftop that's in a lot of videos. He has a very unique tone. Wow. Definitely post-production on this, for sure. On the ground. All right, I don't want to upset anybody, but I'm getting a lot of more emotion out of his voice than I did in Rose's in the original. I'm sorry, but I'm just getting a lot of more rawness here. I mean, come on. And this chunky bass. Oh. A whistle? Oh, dude, these guys fuck. Whoa. Is that something he actually hits? Oh. This is mixed beautifully. The tuning on that guitar is immaculate. Oh. This is how you fucking do a cover. Oh. This falsetto is for real. Oh, dude, that whistle, I love it. It's really unique. It adds something totally different. Oh, the arrangement of this, it's nothing like I had expected it would be. Yo, my guy can sing. Oh, wow. Not only that, but his mannerisms, the way he emotes. Oh. Sometimes Jay had said that they also did cover other Blackpink songs, so there's a How You Like That one, which is very cool, and I would love to hear that, but we do have to move along. Sometimes a cover, very rarely, very, very rarely, surpasses the original, and in my opinion, I feel like this does here. It's very, very different from the original in the way that it's arranged and the way that it sounds, obviously. But if you just want to kind of take it at its bare parts and just look at the emotion that's put into this and the rawness of his vocals, it was so uniquely arranged. And everything from like the whistle to like the kind of breaks in the beat, it was very inventive. They did not go for a very straightforward cover of the song, which is what you need to do. It still kept all of that essence of the original, but done in their own particular way, and I loved it. I loved it, and if this is some kind of pre-debut for his eventual group here, Cave, I'm on board, man, because I thought this was fantastic. His vocals are unreal. I would love to actually hear what he sounds like live, because I wouldn't really consider this live. There's definitely some post done on this. It's too clean. It's too clean otherwise, but he still sounds so good. So good. And the rest of the band, the way their guitars are tuned, everything, a lot of people don't understand, or I don't even want to say a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't appreciate that a lot of the energy you're going to get from a band, an artist, is the way that they play their instruments, the mood. You can't just stand there and strum your guitar, you know what I'm saying? That's what I always say about N.Flying. I think that out of all the bands that I've watched performative-wise on stage doing that, in the way that you play your guitar, the way you're tossing your head, you're giving energy to the audience, I think N.Flying does that the best that I've seen out of the K-bands that I've covered here. But I see this group have a similar style about them, where I'm getting a lot of that energy, a lot of that love of what they're doing, of what they're playing. And when it feels like the artist is just totally in their song there and just enveloped in it, you as a listener also feel that same way, and you get enveloped in the performance. So solid. Thank you, Jay, for showing me yet another a great artist. I'm gonna look forward to anything that they eventually come out with if he debuts with this group, Cave, another K band possibly added to the repertoire. Now we're gonna move on to a collab between Lee Hyung-gi, who I believe is from FT.Island, who I have not reacted to yet. They are also an FNC group. What order did it go in? Was it CN Blue, FT.Island, or was it FT.Island, CN Blue, and then N.Flying, right? I don't know the order exactly, but he is from FT.Flying, and it's going to be with Hosung from N.Flying. So very excited for this, because I know Hosung has got them vocals for days, and I absolutely love him for it. Let me just find this request is from Stein. Thank you so much. Stein says that it has one of the craziest notes that they've ever heard in a K-pop MV. I'm excited for that, and I'm assuming it's gonna come from Hosung, because I know he's got those pipes. This is a little bit unedited, as less, more so than my actual YouTube channel reaction typically are. If you're a fan of that, if you're a fan of me kind of just being a bit more low-key, a bit more chill, not buttoned up, what have you, that's kind of how these Patreon reactions go. So again, if you're interested in seeing some more live stages, album reactions, anything like that, you kind of get that energy from the Patreon videos. I kind of feel like I have the ability to kind of go more at length and sit there with you and kind of pick apart and discuss exactly what I liked about something, because I feel like if you're paying for it, you really are enjoying what I'm doing, and I don't really need to hook you any further or anything like that. I can kind of just put myself out there as is and give you the realness. So if you're a fan of that, Patreon's where you're gonna get it. We still got a lot of K-band stuff to do on there, like I said, in terms of the live performances. I'll give you maybe a little tease as to what's going on there at the end of this video. So let's go. This is called Still Love You from Lee Hyung-gi and Hosung. Let's do it. Oh, we started like in the middle of it. What are you doing, YouTube? This came out in 2018. Captions are on?
헤어질 때 힘들던 그날의 인사를 울지마 울지 마 부디 행복해져
I love his voice.
나의 사랑 안녕 사랑해 사랑해 내가 더 사랑해
Oh, they both got pipes.
너에게 해줄 수 없는 말
Oh.
너만
Wow, I love his vocal. It is way more mature sounding than Hosung to me. Not saying mature sounding as in like more developed. I mean just like definitely sounds like it is a voice coming from someone that's a bit older. This gives me an idea of like it's that like raspiness that he has. Someone that would maybe just be a solo artist in Korea, not exactly tied to, you know, a K-pop group or like a K-pop sound. He just sounds like a straight up singer to me. Definitely more mature. Oh, he's got those ballad chops. Oh, I love the repetition there. You know what he has, Lee Hyung-gi? You know what? I get a lot of soul out of him. That's what I'm hearing in his voice. Maybe that's what I mean by mature. I get a lot of soul out of him. You get what I'm trying to say. His tone here is everything. That's been my favorite part of the song. Oh my god. Oh. That's my favorite part from Hosung. Oh my god, dude, he's vicious. Dude, what the fuck? Musumenstein, that's what you were talking about. Holy, we're rolling that back. We're rolling that back. I mean, I knew who it was gonna be. I am very, very impressed by the way that Lee Hyung-gi sounds. And yes, I do look up in the corner to remember his name because I don't know him yet. So I have to keep looking up to remember his name. But holy shit, dude, Hosung is next level. God damn. This is one of the longest held, higher and higher reaching I've ever heard. Like, just when you think it's gonna end, it goes at higher and higher. Holy shit. I love that soulful raspiness in his voice there. This is the kind of ballad I fuck with. You know, it's interesting because I love the lyrics of the song, but I don't know what the hell is going on in this video. This woman is beautiful, but she looks like she's Hosung's mom. I don't know what's going on here. You guys could probably tell me a little bit better, but I do not know. Damn. I came into this very excited to hear Hosung, obviously, and I was thoroughly fulfilled in the exact way I thought it was going to be. But I did not expect Leunggi to sound so incredible and just so, again, unique. I think that a lot of these artists in the K-band sphere all sound so different from each other. Not just their band sound, but you look at their vocalists, and they all have just something that is very much attributed to them and them alone. I don't see like a ton of crossover or like similar sounds, or they all stick in their own lane and do their own thing. And that's what I have really loved about checking out these K-bands with you guys. Not only, as I say, I'm from a rock background and that's a kind of music that I grew up loving, but there doesn't seem to be that kind of pressure that you maybe see when you go more to the K-pop and less away from the K-bands, where people do ride fads or sounds or you know, that happens. I mean, it's about popularity, it's about blowing up. Definitely, you look at last year and the kind of retro thing took a hold. You know, I love it, so I don't mind. But with all of these bands, they really do seem like they're just, regardless of whatever views they may get, they're kind of doing what they want to do. They're doing their own thing, you know, unashamedly, and I really love that. I appreciate that. And in doing so, it makes them all show their unique talents. And you really see that with all of these artists, and all of their voices sound so dissimilar from each other. And that's something that I just really appreciate. He is solid, and I'm now really excited to eventually check out FT.Island, obviously. Thank you, Sign, so much for the request. And now we're on to our final video. I've never heard of this group. They're called Dick Punks, and the song is called Let's Play in the Han River. This is a request from Carissa. Thank you so much for the request. Carissa says that they come with a band/soloist agenda. This is their favorite song from this group. It's very happy-go-lucky, 4-member group that came together in 2006, and they do not have a guitarist because they wanted to be primarily piano-driven, which is very, very interesting. Like I said, all these groups, super unique, all of them seemingly to be taking risks, and I really love that about them. They won a survival show called Superstar K4 in 2012 and came in second place, and that's how they got their name known globally instead of just locally, and started coming out with MVs. They compose and produce their own music. Okay, Dick Punks. How did they come up with that name specifically, Dick Punks? Anyway, this is from 2015, at least when it was uploaded. Let's play in the Han River. Let's go. Let's do this. Oh, we also are starting in the middle of it. YouTube, you've gotta just chill. TNC Company. Wait, do we have captions for this? We do not. Up this volume a bit. It is happy-go-lucky, huh? Oh, this is a totally different feel. It's just funny, with the name Dick Punks, you expect this to be like, oh shit, like we're gonna have a punk sounding, a punk focused Korean group, and yet you get this like really upbeat, kind of funky, like happy aura around them. Little big band influences here. You could totally turn this into a ska band in a second. I love watching people dance to it. wearing a Ronald McDonald shirt. Oh, I'm touching the audio again. I always do that. Look at this. Look at this. This say fucking summer? As he's flipping people off? I thought they were family friendly. I like the chanting. Yeah, the piano adds such a different element when you don't have that electric guitar in there. Ooh. You still got a bass though. There's at least a bass player still going. Oh! The little trill on the piano. This is a total summer song. It feels very festive. Like, obviously they're at like a festival. Oh, yeah, this piano presence makes them very unique. I wish during this part, they kind of had some like lower toned voice going along with the beats. I wish they had that mirroring the like how it goes lower at the end there. But showing some variety here. I don't necessarily think that this would be a song that I'd listen to like super often. I'm not typically one, as you guys might know by now, that listen to a lot of cheery music, or especially when it comes to like the bands. I leave that for either like my lighter concepts in K-pop or the cutesy stuff. But when it comes to the bands, I want some sad shit. I want some hard stuff, some emo stuff. But every now and then you need to break up that monotony and switch up with a little bit of variety. So this is one that I throw in every now and then to kind of, you know, raise your spirits. You're in a good mood. Sometimes you don't want to listen to that type of stuff. And this is something that I play in the car on a summer day. It's perfect for right now. So I really do like how they, again, as I said, stand out completely from the other things that I've heard. They're very, very unique to anything I've heard so far in the Korean band sphere. And I'd like to know if this is like the kind of vibe that most of their songs have. With the name Dick Punks, I just was not expecting it. Are they typically cheery? Is that usually their thing? And also, are they still around? Because they formed so long ago. I'd be really interested to know if like they still exist. And this was uploaded in 2015, 29,000 views. So I do wonder, just like, is this a group that a lot of people know? Because this was actually the first time that I had ever heard of them. So I'd like to know any of your thoughts on that. Not even just from the person that requested this, but also from any of you others that might know the song or enjoy this band, what your opinion is of them and what the rest of their discography sounds. But super, super interesting. All right, so that was actually our last reaction for this video. I thought there was one more, but I was mistaken. So let me just let you know the other things that we might be checking out. Well, not might be, that we are checking out on the Patreon, because they are live performances. We're going to be checking out that song that we just looked at, Trauma from ONEWE, but a live version, and their song Aurora, as well as 2 superband performances. There's already a superband performance up, a cover of Royals by Lord that I just adored. So we have 2 other performances on Superband that are going to be up on there, as well as 2 N.Flying performances in the song Sunset and Anyway. So if you're interested in lots of K-bands, that is where I have a lot of my heart. So there's always content every now and then popping up on Patreon for the K-bands. So those are the videos that I'm going to be doing in a similar style, kind of long form video, where I just kind of encompass everything. And let me know if you guys love this or hate this. Should I put in the way more work it takes to cut and edit every individual video, upload each video, thumbnail for each video? I'd probably save, I'm gonna say, at least 4 to 5 hours of time doing it this way. So let me know though if it really bugs you, or you know, you're okay with it, because it then frees me up to do a lot of other stuff. So I think it's a good way to go about things going forward. Thank you to everyone that was in this video that requested something. It's because of your support that I can do what I do and put as much energy into it as I do, and I really hope to very soon, possibly very soon, be doing this a lot more often, full-time-ish often. So look forward to things. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Check out all the K-bands down below that I'll probably link that were in this video that I have reactions to, playlists, and also timestamps. If you know, telling you about timestamps isn't going to help you now because the video is already over. But thank you so much for checking this out with me. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.